Did you know nearly 1 in 5 adults in Barbados have diabetes? Did you know diabetes is one of the leading causes of vision loss in the world? Regular eye screening can save your eyes. Contact the Barbados Diabetic Eye Screening Program today at 243-3937 to find out how you get your simple digital eye screening done. The Barbados Diabetic Eye Screening Program. Saving eyes, saving lives.
9 o'clock Saturday morning, and I don't have to tell you what show is on now, but let me warn you, you are about to hear a lot of anti-sugar comments on your radio. So if you know you like sugar bad, you might be offended. But if you like sugar bad, there might be a lot of negative consequences you might end up facing down the road. So that's why maybe you should listen to the next 15 sugar-free minutes on VOB 92.9 FM with the compliments of the Barbados Diabetic Eye Screening Program in partnership with the Barbados Community Foundation and the Maria Holder Diabetes Center. Peter Boyce here. Good morning, Mr. Larry Mears. Been enjoying your program this morning, and good morning to all the sweet, sugar-free people who are tuned in right now. You might be wondering how a person could be sweet and sugar-free at the same time, but that's why we have the Maria Holder Diabetes Center located in Warren St. Michael, specially designed with diabetics in mind, with a range of diabetic services, including a dietitian who gives you advice on healthy eating to help you control your sugar levels. Soon you will be hearing a tip from dietitian Victoria Cox inside of today's show, but let me not get ahead of ourselves. First, we are going to go to diabetes specialist nurse, Miss Tracy Bushell. You remember her, right? She gave a very interesting tip last week on how you can control your diabetes. Well, if you're a type 2 diabetic, you will want to hear this tip this morning. So if you're watching Raise at the Saint, you need to pause and come and listen. If you're reading the newspaper, put it down and give the radio your full attention. This is diabetes nurse Tracy Bushell on what you need to know about oral medication for type 2 diabetes. Very important. Listen well.
Medication for persons with type 2 diabetes can be a minefield, as you can often end up on several tablets to take at different times of the day. If you need medication, it is imperative that it is taken correctly to ensure it is given its best chance to work effectively, control blood sugar levels, and reduce risk of complications. Two common tablets that are prescribed are diamicron, or gliclazide being its other name, and metformin, which also may be known as glyformin or glucophage. Of course, there are lots of other medications, but we can highlight those in another session. Diamicron is a tablet that helps to increase a person's own insulin production. It should be taken in the morning before breakfast and is prescribed at varying doses based on the individual and is usually tolerated well. Because of its action, it is important not to skip meals and always inform your healthcare provider if your blood glucose is low, although this is not a common side effect. Metformin targets insulin resistance, which is a part of type 2 diabetes. It makes the body more insulin sensitive, enabling your body to utilize insulin more effectively, whether it be one's own insulin or insulin that is injected. A side effect may be gastro disturbances. Therefore, it is important to take with food to prevent this happening. There is also a slow release version that can prevent any gastro disturbances. No one needs to take medication that can cause side effects. So if you do experience any, it is important to not just stop the medication without discussing it with your nurse or doctor first, who can then advise you or switch it to something that suits you better. Here at the Maria Holder Diabetes Center, we have a full team of professionals, including myself as the diabetes specialist nurse, providing all education related to diabetes, specialist doctors, dietitians, podiatrists, and we also have a retinal screening program, vascular screening, diabetes screening and education, plus in-house specific diabetes blood testing.
Hey, Alfonso, that's you in the fridge again? You eating again? How much times for the day you eating now?
Excuse me, did I not work and bring the money into this house? And with said money, did I not purchase the same food that you don't have the audacity to armpit your teeth and ask me about? Who's you to come in here and kind of be talking about eating how much of this house, woman? What is the man of this house?
Man, you got to remember, you got diabetes, and you got to be real careful with your eating habits.
So who did and met you an eating expert that you could be talking about how much times a diabetic should eat?
You know, you're right. You're right, man. I am not an expert. So you know what I will do? I will make a call.
I want you to call your mother. Go to her already, she can't tell me nothing.
Hello, the Maria Horder Diabetes Center? I have a question for nutritionist Victoria Cox. How many times a day should a diabetic person eat?
How often should a person living with diabetes eat in a day? This is going to vary from person to person in terms of how often someone living with diabetes should be eating. It really depends on, what blood sugars are looking like and what someone's medication or insulin regimen is. However, as a very general basic rule of thumb, I tend to mostly suggest eating at least 3 meals a day, so a breakfast, lunch, and dinner about 5 to 6 hours apart, and a between meal snack if needed to keep blood sugars nice and steady.
Thank you, Miss Victoria Cox, for that information on the times you should eat if you are a diabetic. A lot of times when you are diabetic, your focus is on your diet, which it should be. You also focus on your feet, which you should also be doing. But then a lot of people don't pay enough attention to their eyes. And once you're diabetic, you need to get your eyes screened for diabetic retinopathy. And that can be done at the Maria Horder Diabetes Center as part of the Barbados Diabetic Eye Screening Program. So you need to call this number, write it down quick, 243-EYES, 243-3937 to make that appointment today. We are almost midway in the show, and it's that time Saturday morning when you should be saying, I know what he can do. It's time for our eye song for this morning. And you will be right. For our eye song for today, I take you back. Notice the eyes. I take you back to the 1970s to the music of the local band, The Merry Boys. A song that's gonna make you want to get closer to your loved one and dance across your living room floor. The Merry Boys with I Only Have Eyes for You. My eyes only for you. That is why I make sure I get my eyes screened at the Barbados Diabetic Center. Only for you. And for me too, 'cause I like to see.
My love must be a kind of blind love. I can't see anyone but you. Are the stars out tonight? I don't know if it's cloudy or bright, 'cause I only have eyes for you, dear. The moon may be high, but I can't see a thing in the sky, 'cause I only have eyes for you.
Contact the Barbados Diabetic Eye Screening Program today at 243-EYES, 243-3937 to find out how you get your simple digital eye screening done. The Barbados Diabetic Eye Screening Program.
Or on a crowded avenue, you are here.
There's a new service that's coming to the Maria Holder Diabetes Center. A dedicated vascular department will be added soon. This will help in the discovery of early circulatory problems in the limbs and extremities of at-risk persons. It is what people refer to as bad circulation. You know when your feet does be swell up and thing? You call it bad circulation, but doctors call it PAD. And you want to know what PAD stands for, right? For that answer, we bring in consultant cardiologist Dr. Remy Soyombo.
When we say the term cardiovascular disease, we mean not just diseases of the heart, but also the vascular system, namely the blood vessels. Peripheral arterial disease, shortened as PAD, and also known as peripheral vascular disease, or PVD, is a form of cardiovascular diseases because it affects the blood vessels.
How are people diagnosed for PAD?
PAD is usually diagnosed by physical examination and a test called an ABI, which compares the blood pressure in your arm and your ankle or in your leg and will calculate an index, and this will indicate whether or not you have PAD.
Dr. Soyombo, how is PAD treated?
PAD is largely treated through lifestyle changes and medication. Exercising regularly and not smoking are the main lifestyle changes that can ease the symptoms of PAD and reduce the chances of it getting worse. It's also important, of course, to eat a healthy diet and lose weight if you're overweight or obese, to moderate your consumption of alcohol, and to treat the underlying causes, of course, meaning the high blood pressure, the high cholesterol, as well as the diabetes. And in some cases, medicines may be prescribed. In more severe cases, surgery may be used to improve blood flow to your legs. And with treatment, most people's symptoms remain stable, and some people may actually experience an improvement in their pain. Now, if treatment is unsuccessful, there's a risk of potentially serious complications, such as amputation. So please talk to your doctors today and schedule an appointment, if needed, at the Maria Holder Diabetes Center for your ABI.
We now go to a lady who has experienced the Barbados eye screening program.
Well, I found the service is very good, and I would advise anyone who is a diabetic, give it a try because it definitely do work. Once you follow the plan and you follow what you're supposed to do, yes, it can improve your eyesight, and yes, it do work. It can work for you. It was very extremely helpful because, as I said, when they first went into the plan, yes, you saw your doctor, but they didn't only just stop there on concentrating on the eyes. I had a nutritionist that taught me the right way to eat, a physical therapist. I also was taught, as I said, the right way to eat, the portions that you do put on your plate is very important, and there was a chart that was given for me to follow. They didn't tell me. They also gave me documentation. I had pamphlet, everything that I cannot follow, so I wouldn't get off track or go astray and do my own thing. I would give them their full 5 stars.
The Maria Holder Diabetes Center, with their diabetic eye screening program, offers a standard of service that equals or surpasses any you might receive internationally. And very soon, there will be a dedicated vascular department added that will be the centerpiece of a new national preventative campaign that will highlight the discovery of early circulatory problems in the limbs and extremities of at-risk persons. So if you are diabetic and listening to your radio right now, you need to make an appointment and get your eyes screened. You can reach them by calling 417-0305 or 243-3937 to make that appointment. The last 15 minutes you heard on your radio was brought to you with the compliments of the Barbados Diabetic Eye Screening Program in partnership with the Barbados Community Foundation and the Maria Holder Diabetes Center. Until next time, take care of your eyes.
Did you know nearly 1 in 5 adults in Barbados have diabetes? Did you know diabetes is one of the leading causes of vision loss in the world? Regular eye screening can save your eyes. Contact the Barbados Diabetic Eye Screening Program today at 243-3937 to find out how you get your simple digital eye screening done. The Barbados Diabetic Eye Screening Program. Saving eyes, saving lives.